Teacher knowledge and behavior is the component of the model that focuses on teachers' knowledge of students and content and on their expertise in classroom management and pedagogy. Teacher knowledge is the element of teacher knowledge and behavior that encompasses knowledge of student characteristics and teachers' in-depth content knowledge, and the blending of these to enhance learning. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. The students in this 8th grade science class are learning about the process of digestion. Working in groups, the students design experiments to learn about different foods and the effects they have on the human digestive system. The teacher's in-depth content knowledge is evident in her method of instruction. Instead of presenting information in a lecture, the teacher lets the students learn about digestion through discovery. The students form their own hypotheses and design their own experiments. They present the plans for their experiments to their classmates and use the feedback they get to improve their procedures. The students learn through their own active involvement with the subject matter.
Our question is, what pop is the healthiest, Cherry Coke, Wild Cherry Pepsi, or Cherry 7-Up?
Yeah, we wanted to do that question because we just wanted to see, a lot of people here drink pop, and we just wanted to see what pop's healthiest and best for you. So, yeah.
And then our materials are, we're going to have 3 beakers so that we can boil off the pop so that it we can see how much syrup's left for like the syrup. And then we're going to have 2 cans of Cherry Coke, 2 cans of Wild Cherry Pepsi, 2 cans of Cherry 7-Up, cups, hot plates, blindfolds, markers, and Benedicts. We're going to do the Benedict's test, and we're going to do a survey and we're going to ask people what they think is the healthiest and why, and which one people think tastes best.
Okay, how about feedback? Now, when you do a Benedict's test, you're going to do the Benedict's test with Coke, Cherry Coke, Wild Cherry, Pepsi, and Cherry 7-Up. So they're all color drinks. Okay, how will the Benedict's test show up? Do you think it'll show up very well?
No, not the color. They use caramel for color, and we probably think that that's going to show too for the Benedict's test.
Yeah. So what do you think we might want to do instead?
You might want to use clearer pops, so then the caramel won't affect the Benedict's test at all. So the pop with no color or artificial color.
Okay. All right. Does that sound like a good idea? All right. So then we should be able to have a clearer sense of what the Benedict's test would be. Okay. All right. Any other suggestions you can give? I would suggest in the data table you also have then the percent sugar. Yeah. Okay. And you mentioned salt.
We have that one.
Okay, so you're going to want to then see who, rate as far as the amount of salt. Okay?
The teacher shows knowledge of student characteristics by giving the students opportunities to develop their interpersonal intelligence. The students have to work cooperatively, with each team member carrying his or her share of the workload.
What ounces? Take a look. Oh well, we want 1 ounce. No, we want fluid ounces. Is the problem? See, liters and quarts. And if 8 ounces make up a cup, and I think it's 4 cups make up a quart, then we have to take this liter, put it into milliliters, and then.
That means
you see what I'm saying? It's possible.
There's 100 milliliters in a liter.
What? No.
That's easy. 100,000 because milk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's 1,000.
Okay. For goodness sake.
A quart is 4 cups, right? Yeah, 4 cups in a quart, and
they're 8 ounces in a cup. Therefore, each quart equals 32 ounces.
The teacher's in-depth content knowledge is evident in her methods of instruction. She takes advantage of opportunities for teacher-student interaction to check comprehension and give feedback on the experiments.
Let's give it another 5 minutes. Okay, then how are you going to get the fat off? What are you going to do?
We should let it cool.
Okay, let it cool first, and then we'll go ahead and do it. So do you have a way that we can cool it a little quicker?
We could put it in the fridge.
Well, we might be able to do that. The other thing we might do is, what else can we do within the classroom so that we cool it down slowly?
That had the cool button, we could do that.
It's a good idea.
We could put it outside like Kelsey said.
Oh, put it outside. Yeah, because it's not as cold, right? Okay, now, it's glass, so in case it breaks, would we want to protect it any? Oh, careful, hon, so you don't.
We can put them each in like
Oh, okay. So let me get you a container that we can place it in so we can put it out there. Because you don't want it to be a quick, cold, fast, right? So we want to protect that somehow.
The teacher has the students communicate the results of their experiments through presentations. The groups that did not have time to finish their experiments give informal presentations of their preliminary findings.
Well, what we found out so far is actually what we expected not to happen, because sirloin we found had the most fat, but chuck we found had the least fat, but we believe that's because not all the water has been extracted from the patties yet, so that could throw off the weight measurements or the mass measurements before and after. So we're going to try to draw in some more and then hopefully have some more accurate results.
The groups that have finished their experiments present the results and conclusions to the rest of the class. The students demonstrate their mastery of the subject matter through explanations of their predictions, materials, procedures, and results.
This is the percentage of fat in each brand French fry. Burger King had the most, and McDonald's, and then Wendy's. And then this is just the taste test, like compared. So green is how many people thought it was the fattiest, and red is how many people liked it best.
Liked it the best, and so McDonald's had none. I see. So they thought Burger King would have the most fat, and it did. And they liked it the best. Okay, sounds good.
We tested pH or antacids and their effect on the pH of the stomach. So we used hydrochloric acid because that's what's in the stomach, so it represented the pH of the stomach. And then we put the antacid in, and we tested once per minute for 20 minutes, so we could see what the how the antacid affected the acid over time.
Right, and then we graphed it from that.
The students use tables, graphs, and spreadsheets to display their results graphically for their classmates. The teacher displays knowledge of student characteristics by giving her students opportunities to use their visual spatial intelligence.
It's actually probably easier when we were looking at the raw data. It's not quite as easy to see in the graph. But what happened was Alka-Seltzer jumped in the first minute, the highest, and the others didn't go. The others didn't go up to quite as far. But they all started out pretty high in the first for the first minute. And then eventually, what happened was Rolaids jumped the least in the first minute, but eventually it climbed, and it wound up getting the highest, just a little bit above the other two.